It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter shot. So much firepower here. There's a counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Down goes fists of fire. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You okay? So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You're being put...
Here we go in the 6th round. Well, the corner can do whatever they want to try and motivate their fighter to get back into this, but it all boils down to her, Johnny. Does she have the heart, the will, the desire, the strength to turn this around?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
She scores with that counter. How about that time counter shot? Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Oh, and Hardy got the worst of that one. And that barrage of punches was too much for Heather Hardy. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the guts took her out.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, she knows now. She can smell blood. She's just not got to get trigger happy. Be smart with the shot. Be sneaky. Pretend you're going to go for somewhere else in the body, and then boom, let the shot in again. Be smart.
Incredible work rate. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go, it's round 7. You can see the look of frustration in the corner. She was so confident heading into this fight, but that last round seemed to knock it out of her. She's got to figure out a way to turn the momentum around.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A lot of effort being exerted here. Swing and miss with the right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Round 8, and we're off again. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Misses with the straight left. Perfect counter shot. They block that jab. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. These punches coming from every angle. Can't find a home with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that. There's the bell to start round 9. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And that was it! That was the big shot we were waiting for! And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The jab not finding its target. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot get...
It's round 10. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That left hook missed. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And now Hardy. Oh, it may be the beginning of the end. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Another gun. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Throwing out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my aim just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, nah I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days of refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Just cop another one. Just cop another one. Just cop another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. another gun. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Filling out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been in before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my aim just begun. Another one last time, please y'all. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days to refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst. To guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one. Another one done.
Fight, I'm by the grill, I'm like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight, I'm by the. Always tryna fight, I'm by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds, like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money, like I'm money made. I might pop my jack and uppercut, and he up on my way. Put my way, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp, I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog, I'm what coach flip. Underdogs coming out on top, got us so sick. 1, 2, 3, I think it's over. 4, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack 'em up like mail. It's over, 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 it's over. Undisputed, I'm undisputed, undisputed. Undisputed, I'm undisputed, undisputed. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm undisputed, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm undisputed, baby.
Hope you brought your glow sticks. It's time to get funky here at the Observatory. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first, Fists of Fire. And they do have a reach advantage here. And they'll be facing Valkyrie. And they will have a power advantage here.
I'll always go for reach. Every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's going to touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you've got to look out for that.
First up, we have Fists of Fire from Canada, and they hold the SCI Continental title. Their last fight was a very close victory. Against them, Valkyrie from the United States of America. In their last fight, they got knocked out. Let's see if they can bounce back in this one.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Canada, here is the current Continental Lightweight Champion, Fists of Fire. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the cyan trunks trimmed with green, Valkyrie.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. This fight has a real good flow to it. They both want the knockout. So here is the champ defending the title yet again. Misses with the straight left. How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. This has been a very competitive round between these two. Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. This could be the end. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wait.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And Valkyrie just got dropped. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
That is a show of character.
It looks like she's going to survive the round, but just barely. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here we go. It's round two. Well, Johnny, give her some advice here. We know what she's got to do. It's desperation time after being dropped in that last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round,
I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. The referee says they're okay to fight. We'll keep fighting. There's that combination she's looking for. The straight right just misses. Just missed with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. to be careful for that. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? And the referee says no more. This fight is over.
Time is of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.
Nature of the beast, no collision in the cage. When you visit, get to leave in the distance and it's sacred. Your expectations, hope you made your reservations. Till I land and you face it. What you tasting, advertised and displayed it. Know the heart that you made it. It's an art when I draw, you should save it. Download it on your playlist. Really hoping that you lose. I'm really hoping that you choose. That I'm teaching like in school. That I'm really gonna use. I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions. I'm the answer. I'm the whisper in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear.
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Fists of Fire, and they will enjoy a power advantage. And she'll be facing Terry Belter Harper.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
First up, we have Fists of Fire from Canada, and they hold the SCI Continental title. They won by TKO in their last fight. And it's Terry Harper from the United Kingdom. The last time we saw them in action, they pulled off a very close win.
It'll be ding-ding from first start. They're off.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Canada, here is the current Continental Lightweight Champion, Fists of Fire. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United Kingdom, Terry Belter Harper.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd, as a young man, this is the Mecca. This is the place you want to be. This is it.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. The straight right just misses. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That hook was off target. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with that right hook. Beautiful left hook. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope...
Here's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Miss with that jab. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Got out of the way of that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's bombs away. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got it.
There's the bell to start round three. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. are not going to let this one go to the judges. The straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Hold that thought! Terry Harper just got rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
See if they go to the body. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. The straight right just misses. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
The straight right just misses. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. Time for the 5th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She catches and counters. Nice counter shot by her. Her stamina is off the charts. Nice counter. No rest for the weary. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. her jab better in this fight. A lot of effort being exerted here. The jab doesn't quite connect. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
And there's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Nice stop, but that won't score. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You'd like to see more jabs. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's the bell to start round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They exchange punches. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good counter shot by her. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who. And we enter the 8th round. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want the knockout. How about that time counter shot? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Halfway through the round. Whoa, wait a minute. Terry Harper in some serious trouble here. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. Incredible work rate. She got it with a cross. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about champ.
And we enter the 9th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. Lucky that hook didn't score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue and a price. We've made it to round 10. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Fists of fire. Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and she's got an impressive lead here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the...
Whoa, Johnny! Harper got clipped! Down goes Terry Harper. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, and we continue.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know what sort of character...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? This fight will continue. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big hard lesson. I totally agree.